Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Well, welcome. We are here in the middle of January already, 2020, and wow, it has been, I don't know about you, but it has been a spectacular year for me so far. It's been full of ups and downs and craziness and intense energy. Um, so one of the things as I was sitting down this morning, one of the things that was coming to me is to talk about clarity and something that I've been struggling a little bit with for a little while. I have been quite under the weather for some time, and so my clarity has not been there for me. So in sitting there thinking about this, I've been trying to, go through this, and everything just kind of came together. So I wanted to share with you some of the things that I got clear about recently. So when clarity is all about seeing things as they are. And everything is very clear when you're clear-minded, and everything in the universal powers at be seem to be flowing along just fine. But if something comes along and upsets that, you somehow all of a sudden become sucked in with this fog where you can't get clarity. You can't make those decisions, or those decisions that you have in front of you seem a lot harder to decide what to do. Should I go this route or should I go that route? And sometimes you just can't get clarity because the fog is so thick. So, a lot of times our foundation is, our foundation is everything about who we are, what we are in this world. And that foundation that not only consists of who you are, but it also is part of it's your home, it's your family, it's your marriage, it's your job, it's all of these things combined. And when one thing is kind of thrown off balance or upset, that's when the fog starts setting in. It could be a death in the family, right? Anything that kind of upsets that, and all of a sudden you just can't think clearly. Yet you're so close. It's like you can see the stop sign in front of you, just barely, but you can't quite get to it. So, in those times, you have to look at what you need to do. You need to look at, what type of healing you need to do. Are you needing to grieve? Are you needing to get so angry just to let it out? What is it that you are needing to do to release that so that you can have the clarity that you need? And so, a lot of that it's a lot of self-work. It's a lot of self-work, and it can be really hard. So getting through that is really important, because once you get through that, then something will come along. The universe will send you a sign that is going to throw you in the right direction of where you need to go. So for instance, it could be a song on the radio. It could be a single word or a single line in the radio, or in that song. It could be something that someone says to you and the light bulb goes off. You go, oh my gosh, that's it. There's my clarity. That's what I have been looking for. And that's all it takes sometimes, is just those single words or situation that enables you to find that clarity and move forward in your discoveries, knowing which direction that you need to go, knowing what path to take, or what options there are for you to go and move forward through all of this. And so sometimes it's a real struggle to get there. Like I said, you have to clear all of the other stuff that's holding you back from really understanding where your clarity lies and what path you need to take. So I will give you a real quick reference. I was texting with my sister-in-law actually this morning, and we were talking about situational things, and her word to me was foundation. And it was like, that was what I needed to understand, to know what path to take, why certain things were going on in my life, that I was kind of scratching my head going, I'm not really sure why this is going on. So just, it can be anything in a quick conversation or anything. You have to be aware of what is going on around you and with you, because the universe is sending us messages all the time. And that's just one example of how they get messages through to us. They weren't getting through to me, so they had to use another vehicle. That vehicle happened to be my sister-in-law this morning. So very grateful for that and for that insight, because now I feel like there's a little bit more light. I can see that stop sign. The fog is clearing, so to speak. So really listen and dig deep and clear all those things that you need to clear in order for you to get clarity. So I hope that helps and gives you some suggestions on some things that you can use, tools in your life. But right now, we are going to Joshua in Canada. Good evening, Joshua, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Thank you.
How are you this evening?
I'm very good, and yourself?
I'm good, thank you. It's a little cold up there.
I said you're welcome.
What can we do for you this evening, Joshua?
I would like to know if there's anything that I need to let go or I need to release in order for me to be at my next level, next step.
Okay. Let me tune in here for just a minute. There'll be a little bit of silence while I do that. But just hang on real quick and I'll be right back with you, okay?
Yes.
So Joshua, I'm really being shown, and actually before the show, I was being shown the same images and the same signs. So I know this is directed to you. You have a lot of angels around you, guiding you, encouraging you, and pushing you through all your life's little challenges. The word fear keeps coming up. I get the feeling that you are a very spiritual person, that you are a healer, and you're very good at connecting very easily with people, and understanding them and giving them that support that they need. But you, in return, aren't really feeling supported in your life or what you do. And again, this word of fear keeps popping up. So you need to look at what it is that you are fearing. What are you afraid of in order for you to step forward in your purpose? I feel like it is something to do um, with your healing and your natural abilities to heal. It's almost it's kind of cliche, but it's almost like coming out of the closet. It's like you're afraid to tell people who you are and what you can do. And your angels and your guides are saying this is really weighing heavy on you. And that once you release that, you'll be able to step forward and be more about who you are. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, that does.
Okay. Because you have a lot of support. You have a lot of support on the other side. And they're gingerly and gently trying to push you forward on this. But it's like you take a step forward and then you kind of take 2 steps back. And so, sit down kind of with your thoughts and maybe write down some of the things that are really important to you as far as what you need to do to move forward. Because when you see them written out on paper, there's going to be something that jumps out at you. It's kind of that, I don't know if you could hear me talk before you came on, but I was talking about clarity and getting clarity in things when sometimes you feel like there's a fog around you. And so just getting that clarity and getting that insight for yourself, because that's where you're going to find your greatest assets that you don't even realize. Have you done automatic writing?
No, I haven't. I'll look that up.
Okay. So basically, in a nutshell, automatic writing is just sitting down with your thoughts, calling upon your angels and your guides to help you create thoughts on paper, right? And asking them to help you. And it's almost like channeling what they're saying, right? So if you just start writing, it doesn't matter what it is, just start writing. And you'll find yourself writing about all kinds of things that you hadn't planned on writing before. And you might find some really fantastic information in doing that, because that's just another way that spirit is through and talking to you. And I really feel like there's a really strong connection with you and automatic writing. So definitely look that up. And I know that there's people out there that do classes and things on how to do the automatic writing. But I'm getting that if you just sat down and just started writing and doing it yourself, it's just going to naturally flow for you.
Do you have anything saying anything about my finances?
So it looks like that there have been some challenges. There's been a lot of constriction. I'm being shown a lot of images of like confined and constriction that you've been going through for some time now. They're showing me that it's actually that the flow of money is there. It's being connected back to this restriction and this feeling of fear. So there's some great. I wish I could remember the gentleman's name. There's some great YouTube videos about money and about releasing that fear and pulling that into you. There's even some uh, almost almost like hypnosis type videos that you can listen to before bed, because that is when our conscious mind kind of shuts off, and our subconscious mind takes over, and that's when it's the most powerful. But there's something around the money situation that's also around fear. Um, is there something with your current job right now, like there's turmoil or um, maybe some inconsistency in your workplace that is making you have this feeling of fear?
Probably not getting paid right is what I'm going through right now.
Okay. Okay. Um, yeah, your angels are just showing me, um, they're just showing me pull it in, um, pull that energy into you and from, not from you, pull it in from the universe into you. Um, but there is, like I said, again, there's a lot of this fear based around the financial and the money. Um, they're showing me though that there's a change coming. There's a shift in this, um, that is going to be coming. It's going to be coming up, um, like the possibility of a new job or something that's going to be coming up. That's going to be helping to alleviate that pressure. Are are you interviewing right now?
Am I? No, I'm not.
Okay. I feel like there might even be a job shift or change for you coming up. So I don't know if there's something that in the back of your mind you've been thinking about, then you're like, oh no, no, and you kind of push it off and push it away. Um, that's something that you might look into. Is there anything else that we can answer for
Oh
you
well.
tonight, Joshua?
What could possibly the angels have for me in my dreams? Why am I having recurring dreams?
Yeah, so again, as we sleep and we're out of our conscious mind, because when we're in our conscious mind, our ego takes over. And so it's like our conscious is saying, oh, no, no, that can't happen. So a lot of times our loved ones and our angels will come to us in our dreams, and they will talk to us through our dreams when they can't get to us in the normal day-to-day activities because there's too much chatter going on in our heads. So if you're having reoccurring dreams, really take a look at that, because it could be a really clear message from your angels and your guides trying to tell you what direction to go. Um, there's some, again, you can look online. There's some really great um, dream uh, dictionaries out there that can kind of help you determine what some of those big meanings are, right? Um, so, for instance, like if a lot of people will have reoccurring dreams about losing their teeth, or their teeth are loose, or they're talking and their teeth fall out, right? So that's about what is it that you're not able to say or that you're not wanting to say. So it's about using your voice. So you can look at a lot of those different things and kind of dissect what it is that they're trying to tell you.
Wow, thank you. I feel quite a little bit better now.
Good, good. I'm glad. Well, I appreciate you calling in this evening, Joshua. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening.
You do too.
Next on the line, we have Lily. Lily, good evening and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I was very surprised to get a phone call, but yeah, I wanted to know what you can see, and I do have a couple of questions, if you don't mind.
Okay. I know that we have just about 5 minutes left in our show. So do you want to ask me the
Yes.
question that you're looking at?
Well, I'd like for you to tell me what you think. And yeah, the question I have is I have a movie script that I would like to write, and I want to know how successful that would be. And second, if you think that my work against demons is something that was appointed.
Okay. Movie script. Wow, you started to say that, and I was getting real warm feelings all over. I think you have something with the script that you have. So I would really encourage you to continue moving through that piece of it. I'm being shown that it would help you if you could connect with either like another writer or somebody who can read your script and help you really get clarity on it. Because they said there's some parts in there that you're struggling with just a little bit, and if you work with somebody, you're going to get a lot more clarity in that, and you're going to feel a lot better about the overall.
No, I want to know if that was. Well, I wanted to know if this is a really like a really fantastical platform. But anyway, the point is, like, I wanted to know if this would be a success or it would be shot down. That's the basic line. I had pondered on it for a long time, well, a good 4 years, because I was told that I was supposed to write it, and I didn't write it. And now it's like I have to write it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to write it. So it's like, I don't want to write it if it's going to be a flop, but I want to write it because it's a necessity kind of thing.
Right. So again, I'm getting that that this could be a really good thing for you. It could be a really big thing for you as well. But I keep getting that there needs to be somebody else involved with you in this, like a.
And I want to tell you. I want to tell you, thank you very much for doing this. I mean, I know I'm the last, and there's like maybe 3 minutes left, but there's a lot more that I would hope that you would have told me about me. But that's irrelevant. I appreciate this time with you.
You're welcome. And Lily, again, we're coming down to like the very last 60 seconds of the show. So I just want to say that I would continue with this script that you're doing, because not only is it going to be beneficial for you to get it out, you are getting clear guidance to make this thing happen, regardless of whether people are going to think it's right or wrong. You are getting clear guidance to write this out and get it out. It's been going on for a long time, so you need to continue kind of going through that. I see it seem fairly successful. So I would definitely move through that. So.
Well, I think I have your messenger, but listen, you'll be the first to know, and you'll be the first to get an invite on the radio.
That would be fantastic. I would love that. So, Willie, I'm so sorry. We are coming right down to the end of it, and I'm going to have to say goodnight for now. But I want to thank you so much for calling in, and I wish you all the best in your script. And I can't wait to see you in the movie headlines. That's going to be so
Yes, ma'am.
exciting.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome. Well, that does it for us tonight, everyone. Thank you for joining in. You can reach me over at my Facebook page at Julie YeagerWalker Medium or Your Time to Shine, or over at my website, www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com.